TVWan News is proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.
Hello, this is TVWan News. Thanks for joining us. In this edition, the Princess Royal arrives. NICTA consents to license transfer and family health engages with sports. The Board of the National Information and Communications Technology Authority, NICTA, has given its final and formal written consent to the transfer of license rights as a result of the proposed acquisition of Digital Pacific by Telstra Corporation. ICT Minister Timothy Masiu said when the acquisition is finalized, Digital PNG Limited will be the same company, subject to the same license conditions as now.
ICT Minister Timothy Masiu, in a media conference today, says an initial decision to grant consent was given last month, but following further dialogue between NICTA, Telstra and Digital, a final and unconditional consent has now been granted by the NICTA board. In October 2021, Telstra and Digital advised the government and NICTA of the proposed acquisition of the Digital Pacific business. Digital PNG Limited and Itron Limited are part of the group, which also includes operations in Fiji, Tonga, Samoa, Vanuatu and Nauru. Masiu explains that Telstra subsequently sought consent from NICTA under Section 52 of the NICTA Act 2009.
Section 52 requires that NICTA's prior written consent be given before there can be a transfer of license rights, and the transfer of a quarter or more of the ownership voting rights, whether direct or indirectly, is considered to be also a transfer of license rights.
Minister Masiu added that there are many individual operator licenses on NICTA's licensee register, and Section 52 consent occurs regularly.
What happens to and who owns Digital PNG Limited is therefore very important. It is important also to note that Telstra has made it clear that under its ownership, Digital PNG will continue to maintain all existing services and networks and to continue the charitable work in early education throughout the Digital PNG Foundation.
Masiu says it is important to note that when the acquisition is finalized, Digital PNG Limited will be the same company, subject to the same license conditions as now. The final approval acknowledges and noted further capital investment in PNG by Telstra to the tune of about 200 million kina over the next 2 years to improve rural connectivity and network reliability. Freddie Mo, TVWan News.
The ICT Minister also clarified that NICTA considered a whole range of matters before agreeing to give its consent. One concern was the effect on competition. The Minister said NICTA contributed to the recent consultation by the Independent Competition and Consumer Commission on whether the proposed acquisition would have the effect or likely effect of substantially lessening competition in the PNG ICT market.
The ICCC determined that it would not, and the ICCC formally cleared the acquisition on the 15th of February 2022. NICTA also considered a number of proposals and plans for the digital PNG business that Telstra and Digital presented to it. It is clear that Telstra intends to grow the business, and its representation in this regard have been formally noted by NICTA.
Workers have been urged to fully understand the market concentration levy and effects it will have on their savings and household budgets. The PNG Trade Union Congress has called on workers to take action against the tax.
The government has indicated that the super tax to be imposed on BSP Financial Group and DGCL PNG Limited will come into effect in September. Anton Sekum, Acting General Secretary of the PNG Trade Union Congress, has urged workers to fully understand how this tax will impact their savings and household budget.
BSP is required to pay a fixed 190 million every year for the market concentration levy. The knock-on effect, which is the critical point here, will be felt by 800,000 workers of this country who are contributors to Number One Super, NAS Fund, Comrade Trustees, and Aeon Master Trust. BSP will not suffer any consequences. It is the workers who are members of the superannuation funds that own a significant stake in BSP.
It is your tax, it is your savings that has been affected. You need to realize the impact of this law, which is going to reduce the crediting rate going forward that you're supposed to receive. So, for example, this year, NAS Fund may have made 6.5% crediting rate. If it was business as usual, with the 119 billion Kina banking levy coming in, 2% will be reduced. So that is a direct impact on your crediting rate, and workers must understand that.
Jumaima Sukbat, TVWan News.
Morobe Provincial Police Commander Jacob Singura is confident that they are prepared to ensure a free, fair and safe election this year. Superintendent Singura said a number of meetings have already been held with stakeholders, and the provincial government will be assisting them to engage 70 PNG Defence Force soldiers from Igam Barracks and 20 correctional service officers from Buimo. The extra personnel will boost the current manpower of 186 officers from the Morobe Command. The PPC gave the assurance that they are prepared to conduct the national elections security operations, starting from the issue of writs on April 28 to polling on June 25th and counting on July 9th.
I thank the provincial government and the Morobe Provincial Administration for the funding support of 3 million, of which 1 million would go towards meeting the allowances and logistical support for this extra personnel that would come on board to assist us provide security during the security operations in the Morobe province.
TVWan News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSP Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase easy pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSP branch today to register now for BSP Mobile Banking. BSP Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSP, our bank, our people.
Do you think you have what it takes to be a true fit champion?
Be part of the TrueCut Fitness Challenge.
Simply record yourself completing one of the categories. Upload your video on your Facebook page with the hashtag TrueFit22. All participants will receive a pair of TrueCut Kuti socks and will go on to the draw to win one of 4 sporting vouchers from Brian Bell.
African swine fever is a pig disease. African swine fever has already destroyed many pigs in Ella, Enga, and Southern Islands provinces. This pig disease can spread to Western Islands, Jiwaka, and other parts of PNG.
If a pig gets infected with African swine fever, it can die, normally within 10 days. When you recognize your pig is weak, loses appetite, has difficulty standing, experiences diarrhea and vomiting, has red spots behind the ears and neck, these are signs of African swine fever. The pig will die.
You must kill the pig and bury it. African swine fever does not affect human beings.
When your pigs are infected by African swine fever,
report to the Agriculture Office or call Nakia on toll-free number 1800-1332.
Buy PNG Made and win your share of 100,000 Kina with Nestle. For your chance to win cash, simply spend 5 Kina or more on your favorite PNG Made, Maggi, Milo, Nescafe, Sunshine, and Coffee Mate products. What are you waiting for? Buy your favorite PNG Made, Maggi, Milo, Nescafe, Sunshine, and Coffee Mate products today. Buying PNG Made now win. Terms and conditions apply. See in-store posters for details.
Introducing the new Toyota GD Hiace bus. Now comes in as 15-seater and 14-seater high-roof luxury model. Powered by 2.8 liters GD engine for optimal performance output, fuel efficiency and quietness. Designed with improved safety features and easy maneuverability for tire steering angle. The Hiace new lift wrist suspension and annular frame structure is adapted for smooth ride, comfort and safety. Experience the ride on the new Hiace and experience the Hiace pride. The bus that exceeds all expectations.
He loves a mumu. He prefers to barbecue. But there's one thing that brings everyone together. SP Lager. Bongum Yumi. Cheers to 70 years.
A quick favorite meal for the day does feel good. Snacks noodles is my choice for a simple meal. It is easy to prepare and fast to cook. And with a touch of flavor and ingredients, quality noodles that can be cooked and enjoyed in many different ways. You see, my whole family loves it. It's made here in PNG and comes in different pack sizes. Snacks noodles, tastier by you like you more.
Welcome back. Water PNG Limited today sanctioned a media press conference regarding the recent maintenance work at the Mount Ariama treatment plant and the turbidity issue that caused water disruption to city residents. The press conference was held to dissolve the many speculations aired by disgruntled residents on social media in the last 24 hours of water disruption. Acting CEO Pakop Kurua addressed the media, saying that there were issues experienced with Clarifier 2, resulting in the shutting off of water on Saturday to carry out further investigations. This is due to the neglect and poor remedial work required of the last users and facilitators.
As you are aware, this facility were run under a boot agreement. And for the last 22 years, they have been operating it. And in 2019, the asset was transferred to the state, to Water PNG. When that happens, under the agreement, there is supposed to be a review and remedial works that need to be taken before the asset is transferred, just to make sure that the asset is satisfactory and in functional state. Okay. That didn't happen, unfortunately, and that is why we are doing the remedial works ourselves. You know, we need to change some of the mechanical and electrical components of the clarifiers, and to do that, you have to switch off.
The acting CEO for Water PNG says water is slowly being restored in areas of the city where the turbidity level has returned to normal, making the water safe and healthy for consumption. The reservoir tanks are being filled for distribution.
In our business, there is no shortcut to restoring water to the city, okay? Because we cannot compromise the quality of the water that we provide. We can't compromise the lives of the people that use this water. So I know city residents have been expressing their disappointments, but unfortunately for us, we can't shortcut. Okay, we have established process and protocols. The testing regimes has to be complied with before we open the valve and supply the city. And that's what we are doing now. We are still filling up our reservoir tanks. Okay, when the tanks are full, we can confirm that water will be in these areas, but at the moment we can't confirm that.
Minister for Works and Highways, Michael Nali, has challenged leaders in Southern Highlands and Hela to make use of the Agiru Highway and build a port for the people at Kikori. Nali made this call at the official opening of the Southern Highlands Gulf Road.
Speaking at the opening of the Agiru Highway recently, Minister for Works and Highways Michael Nali called on Southern Islands Governor William Powi and Ella Governor Philip Undialu to create business opportunities along the highway for their people. He challenged them to build a port at Kikori and Kerema for farmers to transport their produce to Port Moresby.
Suppose you know what him did like double wolf. Now suppose you know buy him sheep and buy him give money most of the people stuff here. Can you have planning the back and go away? So I want the people responsibility this stuff.
Nali also encouraged the people to farm the land and grow cash crops. With the new road connecting them to the coast, they have advantage to improve their local economy.
No can come up one black and man way run the planning opportunity. No can look like pocket block governor. No can look like pocket block member for you. True. You go back to the land. Planning guy. Okay, time people sotla market. You know now the sotla market. Market play you and Port Moresby city stuff. Market play you and Kerema stuff. Market play you and Daru stuff. Now you got highway here. Australian stuff. No can all in Ghana set up highway. You might end up come hero.
The Agiru Highway was officially opened by Prime Minister James Marape last week at Erave section along Simberigi. Freddie Mo, TVWan News.
Her Royal Highness Princess Royal arrived at the Jackson's International Airport APEC terminal earlier this afternoon. She and husband Vice Admiral Timothy Lawrence were received by Prime Minister James Marape and the official receiving party.
Her Royal Highness the Princess Royal arrived in the country this afternoon to a rousing welcome by the Prime Minister and the official receiving party at the Jackson's International Airport in Port Moresby. Her Royal Highness Princess Anne received a royal salute as she proceeded to the dais escorted by Chief of the PNGDF Major General Mark Goina. Rachel Marape, wife of the PNG Prime Minister, escorted Her Royal Highness's husband, Vice Admiral Timothy Lawrence. The Princess Royal inspected the guard of honor with the escort of Major General Goina and Lieutenant Colonel Velmua Kagena, and in this time, Princess Anne inspected the band. There was a special presentation of flowers to the Princess Royal by students in her honor before she departed for the Government House at Konedobu to have an audience with the Governor General Grand Chief Sir Bob Dadai and his wife Lady Emmeline. The royal visit by the Queen's only daughter is in commemoration of Her Majesty's 70th Platinum Jubilee anniversary, making her the longest reigning British monarch and head of the Commonwealth of Nations. The Queen's reign spans the post-World War II era, and in reaching this milestone places her in rare company as only 3 monarchs have been documented to have reigned more than 70 years. Carol Kiddo Jr., TVWan News.
This is TVWan News. Sports is next. Stay tuned.
At BSP, we continue to offer our valued customers smart banking solutions. We're proud to introduce our new range of Visa chip cards, now providing our customers convenient options to shop with touch and go and enhanced security features. For any purchase up to 50 kina, you can simply touch and go. And for other amounts, simply insert your card and enter your PIN. Enjoy the convenience and safety of a BSP chip card, available at your local BSP branch. BSP, our bank, our people.
Whatever you need for your building and home improvements, we got you covered. Hardware House. We supply high-quality professional tools, plumbing and electrical supplies, homeware and outdoor products, paints, building materials and much more, all at affordable prices. And with our experienced staff, we will provide you with the right advice and help you need. So for all your building and home improvement needs, Bayuki Simware, Hardware House. Quality at affordable prices.
He loves a mumu. He prefers to barbecue. But there's one thing that brings everyone together. SP Lager. Bongum Yumi. Cheers to 70 years.
The best of basketball is back. Don't miss a second of your favorite teams bringing the heat and watch every electrifying play live. The WNBL, Saturdays on ABC Australia.
Welcome back. PNG Hunters reject and dynamic NRL potential Epel Capinius celebrated his return to the Host Plus Cup competition in style, scoring a double to help his new club Wainum Manly Seagulls trash Redcliffe Dolphins 42-14 in their Round 4 clash on Sunday. Epel was signed up by the Seagulls in February this year. Delay in visa clearance saw the young man miss the first 3 rounds of Host Plus Cup. However, Epel had been hard at training with the Rabal Agma Gurias to keep himself fit and ready for the new season. He got his first opportunity to don the red and green colors on Sunday against Dolphins, a very special moment. Epel was able to embrace and relish when he scored the opening try in the 18th minute that somewhat generated Seagull's scoring spree with 7 tries to 3. Epel scored again in the 79th minute to close the deal 42-14 at full time. Although very happy with his first game, Epel said he'll continue to work hard to improve his running game and defensive techniques. PNG Family Health Association is a local NGO that complements the national government's effort in promoting accessibility to comprehensive family planning and sexual reproduction services for the people. The organization also partners with fellow NGO group Hook Info PNG to run public awareness on health issues and related topics. They were recently invited by NRL in PNG to be part of the International Day of Sports for Development and Peace.
PNG Family Health Association provides a number of basic health and clinical services for the public with a mission where women, girls, men and boys are free to make informed choices on sexual reproduction health and family planning. The organization also partnered with fellow NGO group Hook in PNG to run public awareness on health issues and related topics. Recently, the PNG FH Association was invited by NRL in PNG League Belong Live program to be part of the International Day of Sports for Development and Peace held at the Sir John Guy Stadium. Namana Andos, youth volunteer worker with PNG FA Association, said the organization has been around for the past 16 years and has become a leading advocacy for family planning throughout PNG.
Today is World International Sports Day, so we are partnered with OKI. So under the OKI, we come and we distribute our information brochures and we try to get clients. But we are trying to join with the program today, so we celebrate with them. In a way, we can also reach out to the people that are around here and then we give out our information brochures.
And those also shared some information on how effective the awareness programs are and the impact it is having on people's health and welfare.
The biggest improvement that we had was our clinic. We had more clients coming every week than last year. Last year we used to have just 5 and below, but this year we had like the whole week is a busy week for our nurses. Our youth programs also by going out to do community and awareness. We was great help for us also, PNG Family Health Association, which they brought a lot of clients.
She said lately there's been a good number of youth especially who have come forward for counseling and clinics. Terry Longwood, TVWan News.
Port Moresby Men's Softball Association will stage its first ever fast pitch Easter Cup Challenge this Easter weekend at the home of Port Moresby Softball, the Bicini Diamonds. Only 16 slots available. Registration closed today. It was at 200 kina per team. So far 10 teams have been confirmed. They include Power Rangers, Stingers, Kelly Bobo Red Sox and Eagles. Cup winners will walk away with 2,000 kina and runners-up with 500 kina. And that ends the news tonight. Remember to apply the following simple measures to prevent transmission of the coronavirus. Regularly wash your hands with soap and water. Cough or sneeze into your elbow and exercise social distancing. If you are feeling sick, please stay at home. You can also call the COVID-19 hotline number for more information or assistance. Pleasant viewing. Bye for now.
The TVWan News was proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.